Discover the Addax, the antelope that lives without water. In the vast expanse of the Sahara Desert, where temperatures soar beyond 120 degrees Fahrenheit and rainfall is virtually non-existent, one remarkable creature has mastered the art of survival against impossible odds. The Addax antelope, scientifically known as Addax nasomaculatus, represents one of nature's most extraordinary adaptations to extreme desert conditions. This ghostly pale antelope has evolved the remarkable ability to live entirely without drinking water, a feat that seems almost mythical in our water-dependent world. The desert's most elusive resident. The Addax, also known as the white antelope or screwhorn antelope, once roamed freely across the northern Sahara Desert, from Mauritania and Morocco in the west to Egypt and Sudan in the east. These magnificent creatures inhabit some of Earth's most inhospitable terrain, sandy and stony deserts, semi-deserts, and dry steppes where other large mammals simply cannot survive. Standing approximately 3 feet tall at the shoulder and weighing between 130 to 275 pounds, the Addax cuts a striking figure against the desert landscape. Both males and females sport distinctive spiral horns that can grow up to 3 feet long, twisting elegantly skyward in a corkscrew pattern that gives them their screwhorn nickname. Their coat changes dramatically with the seasons, brilliant white during the scorching summer months to reflect heat, and shifting to a sandy grayish-brown in winter for camouflage and warmth retention. Nature's water conservation masterpiece. The Addax's most remarkable feature isn't visible to the naked eye, it's their revolutionary physiological adaptations that allow them to survive without ever drinking water. These antelopes have evolved into living water conservation systems, extracting every possible drop of moisture from their environment and recycling it with extraordinary efficiency. Their primary water source comes from the vegetation they consume, particularly during the early morning hours when desert plants contain the highest moisture content from overnight dew collection. The Addax's digestive system has evolved to extract maximum water from these plants, while their kidneys function with incredible efficiency, producing highly concentrated urine to minimize water loss. Perhaps most remarkably, the Addax can actually reabsorb water from their own body waste. Their large intestine is specially adapted to reclaim water from fecal matter before excretion, and they can even reprocess moisture from their exhaled breath through specialized nasal passages that cool and condense water vapor before it leaves their body. Masters of desert navigation. Beyond their water conservation abilities, Addax antelopes have developed extraordinary behavioral adaptations for desert survival. They're primarily crepuscular, meaning they're most active during the cooler dawn and dusk hours, spending the blazing midday heat resting in whatever shade they can find or digging shallow depressions in the sand to escape surface heat. These antelopes are also incredible navigators, capable of traveling vast distances across seemingly featureless desert terrain to locate scattered patches of vegetation. They follow ancient migration routes passed down through generations, timing their movements to coincide with rare rainfall events that trigger brief periods of plant growth. Their broad, splayed hooves act like natural snowshoes, distributing their weight to prevent sinking into soft sand while providing excellent traction on rocky surfaces. During the harshest conditions, Addax can enter a state similar to hibernation called estivation, dramatically slowing their metabolism to conserve energy and water. Their heart rate drops, body temperature lowers, and they can remain virtually motionless for extended periods, surviving on stored fat reserves while waiting for more favorable conditions. Social structure and reproduction. Addax antelopes live in small herds typically consisting of 5 to 20 individuals, led by the oldest male. These social groups provide protection through collective vigilance and shared knowledge of water and food sources. The herd structure is remarkably egalitarian, with leadership often shifting based on experience and environmental knowledge rather than pure dominance. Their reproductive strategy is perfectly timed to desert conditions. Mating typically occurs during cooler months, with gestation lasting approximately 8 to 9 months. This timing ensures that calves are born during the most favorable season when food is most abundant. Female Addax give birth to a single calf after finding a secluded spot away from the herd. The newborn's survival depends entirely on its mother's milk for the first few months, making the mother's water conservation abilities literally a matter of life and death for the next generation. Young Addax develop their desert survival skills rapidly, learning to identify edible plants, navigate by natural landmarks, and conserve water from their earliest weeks of life. The entire herd participates in protecting and educating young members, ensuring the continuation of traditional knowledge about survival in one of Earth's most challenging environments. A species on the brink. Tragically, this evolutionary masterpiece faces extinction. Once numbering in the tens of thousands across North Africa, wild Addax populations have plummeted to fewer than 100 individuals, making them one of the world's most critically endangered mammals. The primary threats include overhunting, habitat loss due to human encroachment, competition with domestic livestock for sparse vegetation, and climate change intensifying already extreme desert conditions. Military conflicts across the Sahel region have further complicated conservation efforts, making it dangerous for researchers and conservationists to monitor and protect remaining populations. The Addax's naturally low reproductive rate, females typically produce only one offspring every 2 years, makes population recovery extremely challenging even under ideal conditions. Conservation hope in captivity. Despite the dire situation in the wild, there's hope for the Addax's survival through carefully managed captive breeding programs. Zoos and wildlife reserves around the world maintain genetic databases and breeding programs designed to preserve the species' genetic diversity while researchers work on habitat restoration and reintroduction strategies. The Sahara Conservation Fund and other organizations are working with local communities to establish protected areas and develop sustainable tourism initiatives that provide economic alternatives to hunting. These efforts recognize that long-term conservation success depends on involving local people as partners rather than viewing them as obstacles to wildlife protection. Lessons from the desert. The Addax antelope's incredible adaptations offer valuable insights for understanding animal physiology and potentially developing new technologies for water conservation and desert survival. Scientists study their kidney function, digestive efficiency, and behavioral adaptations to better understand how life can thrive in extreme environments, knowledge that becomes increasingly relevant as climate change expands arid regions worldwide. These remarkable antelopes remind us that nature's solutions to environmental challenges often surpass human engineering in their elegance and efficiency. The Addax has spent millions of years perfecting the art of desert survival, developing integrated systems that work harmoniously to maintain life where it seems impossible. Conclusion. The Addax antelope stands as a testament to life's incredible adaptability and resilience. Their ability to thrive without drinking water in one of Earth's most hostile environments showcases evolution's power to find solutions to seemingly impossible challenges. As we face our own environmental crises, the Addax serves as both inspiration and warning, demonstrating nature's incredible capacity for adaptation while reminding us how quickly these evolutionary marvels can disappear forever. Every effort to save the Addax is ultimately an investment in preserving one of nature's most remarkable innovations. These desert ghosts have survived ice ages, climate shifts, and natural disasters over millennia, only to face their greatest challenge from human activities in the past century. Whether future generations will witness these magnificent creatures navigating the desert with their ancient wisdom depends entirely on the conservation choices we make today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.